Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and in today's video we are checking out the OStand case from Torras. Now, it's a pretty awesome case with a 360-degree stand with some pretty awesome features to it. A massive thank you to Torras for sending this case over for the purpose of review, so let's take a look. So here I have the three cases. We've got the clear case, the grey titanium, and also the black version, and it is also available in a desert gold, all available for the iPhone 16 Pro, and we're going to check out the MagSafe side of things as well. Now, all of these cases are going to come in at around $42.99, and of course will be linked in the description down below. So first off then, starting off with the clear case, you've got your pretty standard TPU with hard shell back here. Now you can see all of the buttons, cutouts and everything. You've got a super nice transparent design to it here as well, and of course you can then see the MagSafe side of things along with the O-ring, which is that 360-degree stand that I mentioned in the intro of the video. And this thing is pretty awesome. As you can see, once you fold it out, you've got a pretty standard kind of stand, if you will, and you can kind of prop it up in any orientation, portrait, landscape, but as you can see, it also turns 360 degrees just to allow you to get the perfect stand and also the perfect angle that you need to, and it's also pretty satisfying. Now, on the Torras website, it mentions a 4-quadrant positioning structure. Basically, you've got 4 different angles you can have this for the ultimate viewing angle, depending on if you want to have it in portrait or landscape, or also use it to prop up the device in some pretty unique ways, which we'll take a look at a little bit later in the video. It's also a super solid mechanism as well. The actual hinge side of things here and the magnets to actually hold everything together and all closed are super good and also pretty strong. You've also got the MagSafe element on the back side of things here as well. Now, yes, there isn't really the downward alignment magnet side of it because you do have the actual stand in the way there, but in general, it's pretty good. And also taking MagSafe accessories on and off the back, it doesn't actually open up the stand. It's a pretty solid stand once it's actually closed, so if you're taking it off a car charger, for example, a bed stand, or you've got a MagSafe wallet like I do here, for example, it doesn't really open the actual stand itself. It springs back pretty nicely. But if you're the type of person that wants to have a stand on your device, if you're taking a trip, for example, or you're on a train, or you just want to have it set down somewhere where you can actually see a nice angle for a video, for example, or even record yourself, then this is a great option to do so. As you can see here with the black model as well, you've got all of your covered buttons here for both the volume up and down, and of course the action button side of things as well, and we'll get onto just how well these perform a little bit later on in the video, but they're all covered, so no problems at all there. You've got a very small piece of Torras branding just on the side here, and again your power button is also going to be covered, and then you have your cutout for the camera control side of things, and as you can see here, it has this sort of dimpled divot effect to it. Not going to be covered, you've got no pass-through or anything like that, and it is a little bit squishy once you actually get around the camera control side of things, but I'm hoping it's not going to be like that once it's on the device itself. Of course, you've got your camera ring on the back side of things here to make sure that everything's going to be protected, and then your cutouts on the bottom for the speaker side of things, and of course the USB-C, and I've had no issues with multiple USB-C cables. Of course, you've got the stand on all of these cases as well. You can see the hinge there again, and you can also see with regards to the actual plastic on the back side of things here, it does add a little bit of thickness to the back of the actual device itself, but also has a nice sort of curved design to it, so it actually feels a little bit more rounded in the hand compared to the standard iPhone without a case. Now, of course, this one having a darker plastic to it is going to pick up a ton of fingerprints and dirt, so if you are the kind of person that wants to have a super nice clean case, for example, this may not be the best option. However, if you do have the darker version of the iPhone, it may not show up that much. Then we have the grey titanium one, and this is probably my favourite colourway. It's got a really nice light stone look to it, and just in general, I think that it's probably one of the better looking cases. As you can see here, you've got a nice frosted back to it as well, so it's going to go really nice with pretty much any colour iPhone that you've got here. And for me, that's going to be the white titanium iPhone 16 Pro, so let's just see exactly how well this looks with this color combination. And as you can see here, the actual fit side of things is also super nice. Actually getting the phone in, you've got a nice satisfying click to it as well, and it's also pretty easy to get off if you need to as well there. But in general, it's a pretty nice, also really nicely fitting case here. As you can see around the back side of things, we've got that camera housing like I mentioned. Now you do have a ton of protection here. It maybe isn't the deepest housing that I've seen, but if you are going to be placing the phone backside down, you shouldn't really have any issues at all. And I also like the color contrast here with the darker grey and also the white backing here of the 16 Pro. And then, like I mentioned, all of your ports and cutouts on the bottom here for the USB-C and speaker, and again working with multiple USB-C cables. You can also see really nicely here with the grey titanium case, just the actual thickness that it adds onto the back of the iPhone here. And it's got a nice kind of translucent design to it, but like I mentioned, you can see here that it is also slightly rounded, so it has a really nice feel in the hand compared to maybe some other more bulky cases. Although this one still has a lot of protection, it still feels super nice to actually hold the device here. So once I get into the device here, just entering my passcode, the actual buttons themselves, like I mentioned, are going to be extremely clicky, very tactile, and just in general super nice to use. The volume up and down and also the action button side of things work completely fine, and of course you got that then with the power button as well. And then you have the camera control side of things, which again, I'm still going to be making a video on this moving forward, so make sure you hit that subscribe button below. But with this particular case, it actually works pretty nicely. You've got a nice divot here and a nice sort of cutout that you can see here. So in regards to actually getting in, using the button, using all of the controls, the swipe gestures, it all works completely fine with no issues at all, because it makes that part of the actual case extremely thin and very easy to use there. And of course, this TPU bumper side of things on the side here with this nice grey colorway also adds some nice lay on the table design to it as well. Now you do also have a bit of a cutout at the very top here. As you can see, I've got a screen protector on here as well, but you also do still get a lay on the table design. So if you are going to be placing the phone face side down, then again, you shouldn't really have any issues at all. However, if you don't have a screen protector, it still offers a lot of protection. With me, the screen protector I've got on here is maybe on the thicker side of things, so it's really close to the top, but in general, it still feels really nice. And then of course, we get onto the MagSafe side of things. So I do have my MagSafe wallet just here, and again, it goes on really nicely, no issues at all. However, one thing that I'm not a huge fan of, and that I'll mention in every video, is the downward alignment magnet. Now, because you've got the hinge side of things here, they haven't actually put a magnet at the bottom side of things. So once you actually put your thing on the back, whatever it may be, wallet, car charger, it doesn't actually align perfectly straight, and it does also move around quite a lot. Now, that's not necessarily the best thing for me, having something MagSafe on the back here. I do like to have that downward magnet on there, not just because it makes it straight on the back, but just as a little bit more in terms of actually the grippiness side of things. However, like I mentioned, taking accessories on and off, it doesn't open the stand side of things, so you don't really have to worry about that, and it doesn't really add too much thickness or bulkiness to it either, even though the case itself is maybe a little bit thicker on the back than some other options. And then of course, the main part of this case, of course, is going to be the OStand ring on the back here with that 360-degree hinge. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like the fact that you can kind of move it around and get any sort of angle that you need to get, but I also find that if you just open it once, you can kind of use it for any angle. If you want to use it in portrait or landscape, you don't necessarily have to actually turn it around, although you do have the option of doing so, and also the phone is going to be a little bit top heavy, of course, so it is going to kind of move around and spin around, but I wouldn't really recommend doing this with your $1,000 device in the actual case here. But in general, it does feel pretty sturdy. If you want to have it in multiple different angles, like I say, use it for recording yourself, watching videos, whatever it may be, then it's going to be a nice option. Now, the cool thing about it is you can also use it, because the way that it angles the actual device itself, you can actually, if you want to, place it on a shelf, for example, or on your bedstand, whatever it may be, and it basically just stays there because of the weight and the angle of the iPhone. So it's kind of a pretty versatile stand compared to maybe the more standard one that kind of flicks out from the bottom, for example. This one's pretty good and also pretty useful. I just wish that they found a way to have a downward alignment magnet for the MagSafe side of things, which I think they could have done, just maybe putting it below the actual stand side of things. But in general, pretty nice case, and this one here is definitely my favorite colorway. But that's going to do it, guys, on the OStand case from Torras. Now, like I mentioned, it will be linked in the description down below if you guys wanted to pick one up for yourselves. But in general, it's a pretty solid case overall with a really nice stand functionality. I just wish that the MagSafe side of things was a little bit stronger. So if you're the kind of person that uses a ton of MagSafe accessories, this may not be the best option. However, if you want to go hands-free, then this is the case for you. But as always, guys, let me know in the comments section down below what phone you're currently using and also what case you're using, and if you've got any case recommendations that you want me to take a look at here on the channel. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. If you've got any questions, comments, or you want to know anything, let me know in the comments section down below. If you're not already subscribed, now's a great time to do so. And of course, once you've hit that subscribe button, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you're notified anytime I post a video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.